Welcome to that Child-Free Guy, where we are cross-posting with Am I the Asshole? Here's some child-free content with a lot to delve into, and I am here for it. So, let's go. Am I the asshole for asking my sister to stop fostering dogs so she can help me with my kids? Okay, just writing the title like that made me feel super guilty, but please hear me out before judging too harshly. I, 38 female, have four kids, 11 months, 3, 5, and 10. I love them all more than anything, but I'll be the first to admit that our house is constant chaos and it can get very exhausting. My sister, 33 female, is child-free, but loves my kids and was happy to watch the older two or sometimes three to help me keep my sanity. This has been extremely helpful, and I tell her all the time how grateful we are for her help. The thing is that the kids used to go over her house, but right now they couldn't because my sister was fostering an elderly Chihuahua. My sister claims that she couldn't have them over for the time being because they would stress out the dog. Her dog is extremely frail and timid, so I think that this was a fair assessment. This was the fourth dog she has fostered, all of which couldn't be around my kids. The most recent dog took 8 months to find a home for, but most of her other dogs took even longer. When she told me she found an adopter, I knew I finally could breathe a sigh of relief and joked about how I was so glad she could babysit again. My sister proceeded to tell me that there was a second dog that desperately needed a new foster, so she planned to take in that one as soon as her current dog was gone. So she couldn't do any more babysitting than she already is. Sometimes she comes over to my house in the morning to help out. I could literally feel my stress level spike. I haven't ever done this before, but I opened up to her about how much I have been struggling since she got the dog, how little sleep I got each night, how my husband hasn't been helping as much as he could or should, and some other deeply personal issues I've been struggling with. Then I asked her point blank to not get another dog. She comforted me, but ultimately didn't agree on anything and said she needed some time to think. I know I am asking a lot since rescuing dogs is her passion, and that is why I feel so guilty. But I don't have anyone else to help me. I can't afford a babysitter long term, and my friends all have kids of their own to look after. Above all, my kids will always come before a dog, and that's the reason I was willing to request it. I've told a few different people about the situation and got a wide range of heavily biased opinions. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. So that's why I decided to come on here and ask you guys, was this unreasonable? I would never demand her to do this if she didn't want to, but is it really wrong to just be honest about my situation and earnestly ask? Okay, so number one, she says heavily biased opinions. That means that everybody pretty much said she's the asshole. And I agree she's the asshole. First of all, your sister, you are not entitled to your sister's time, as much as that hurts to say, but also you have four kids. Your kids are the center of your universe. It does not have to be the center of everybody's. You decided to have these many kids. Your husband is not helping out around the house, and you are demanding that your sister pick up the slack left by your husband? No, that is not. We do not do that here. We do not do that here. You know what? Get a hysterectomy or a bicep, and then and if anything, if your child-free sister gives you anything other than contraception and demand that your husband gets nipped, then she's a really, 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 really imaginary asshole. So let's look at the comments here. One If Byland says, you're the asshole. Absolutely no one loves to admit this to themselves, but your own life decisions led you to this point. Your exhaustion, your sleepless nights, the fact that you're broke, your inability to find a consistent babysitter, these are all problems you've invented for yourself by having children outside of your means. Your sister's time isn't any less valued just because she's child-free. Child-free people don't exist on this earth to watch your children. It's wonderful that she's offered to watch them as much as she has, and it's great that you remember to thank her often, but you have to understand that when she does watch your children, it's not because her time is worth less than yours and it's just naturally expected that she help you. Her time is not something you're entitled to, and her help is not something that's owed to you because you're a parent and she's not. Try to take the incoming flood of criticism as a wake-up call. If your husband isn't pulling his weight, it's time to consider counseling. Cast your net out over the area and see if you can pin down affordable babysitting network. Field your options and stop leaning on your sister to solve your problems. This one got the most comment, and I absolutely love it. They edited it, but I'll link it below because this person is like legit. Like, she laid it out there. I should stop after this comment, but I'm not gonna. Jitness, you're the asshole, and you couldn't obviously take a hint. Your children are not her burden or responsibility. She has a love to help animals and feel better doing so. Stop relying on her. I mean, come on, it's going off on 5 dogs now, and you still don't get it? She doesn't want to be your insta babysitter. Never have I ever, 72. You're the asshole. It's your husband, the children's father, you should be requesting more from. Not a sister who has already done way, way, way more than required. Go sit your husband down and let him know you're struggling. Don't try to manipulate your sister when you haven't tried to fix what's in your own backyard. In the last comment I'm going to have here, nope, 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 nope. A million times nope. I am so deeply disturbed by the casual nature with which you write about your sister's perceived servitude to you. How easy it is for you to assume she owes you labor and aid. Sometimes on these things, I have to say, no, you're the asshole and you know it, but I honestly can't this time. You're the asshole and you don't know, and that's almost the worst kind of asshole. Please do some self-reflection. You owe it to yourself, your family, your sister, who I hope finds a way to free herself from your entitlement. And then there are 2 edits that that OP put, so I'm going to go right into it. I'm grateful for all the honesty from people respectfully telling me that what I did was wrong. However, I have read a lot of horrible assumptions from people as well, and I'd like to clear that up. I'm not a careless mother who just keeps popping out children that I can't take care of. My husband is not a deadbeat dad. After our youngest was born, he went into he got severely depressed. This is where I'm going to pause this because I think that she's been the one wanting the kids, and the husband's gone into a deep depression because she keeps getting pregnant, but again, he can have a vasectomy. That's all I'm going to say. He isn't out having fun while I'm working 24/7. He is miserable. I went to my sister instead of him for help because I don't want to lose him. Well, you're going to at this rate. Probably because you popped out more kids that he didn't want. And it's also his fault too. I love my kids and have always made every one of my decisions with what I believe is their best interest in mind. And no, I don't think my sister is obligated to do anything for me. I was asking for help, not demanding it. No, you were demanding help. You were demanding help because of the way that you wrote this was very entitled. Edit 2, insulting my husband doesn't help anyone. Yes, he's in therapy and is on antidepressants. Anyone who actually dealt with depression would know that this isn't an instant cure-all. Still, my husband does the very best he can. I asked my sister because I needed more help than he can provide right now. So, thank you so much for joining me. Please rate, comment, and subscribe and help my channel out. I hope to reach 1,000 subscribers this year, so if you know anyone who might enjoy my storytelling, please send this forward, show some love. Thanks for listening to this episode of That Child-Free Guy.